Hi, here we go. Quick and dirty. I look terrible, red nose and red face and all. I have no makeup on because my allergies are running amok today. So we're just gonna go with it. I have no show notes. I have nothing. It's not gonna be like the last several episodes where I'll have cool Ravelry pages popping up. But that will continue in a future episode. Today is just, I want to get something out there for you because I want to share. I have lots of exciting stuff to tell you, but I don't have the energy for a whole lot of editing and all that. So please enjoy anyway. So let's start off with awesome FOs. First of all, as a service to all of you mothers out there, I will remind all that Mother's Day is this Sunday, I believe, right? May 12th. So you need to get ready and have everything ready for your mothers out there. So children, that's to you, husbands, partners, whatever, that's to you. I personally have my Mother's Day present ready, though it is such a cheapskate because basically this is her birthday present that she's getting at Mother's Day. Sorry, Mom, I love you. So, and I'm dragging Mom into all kind of crazy nutritional nuttiness. So my mom is just so lucky to be my mom right now. All right, so let's talk about my finished object. Candy striped socks for Candy. Woo! So this is Gnome Acres sock weight yarn in the candy cane colorway. It does have a short repeat of the color. So what I decided to do was make the skew socks. So this is the skew socks pattern, which, like I said, no show notes, flying from the seat of my pants today. So I do not have the designer. I apologize, but they are up on my Ravelry page. And as you can tell, I've got to weave in the ends, and then these are going to get packed up in a pretty little something and sent off to my mother tomorrow, along with. Mom, you're not supposed to watch this. So I'm sorry, I should have warned you. You'll just get to see what you're getting early. Gorgeous Wolf Farms gardenia hand soap. Love this stuff. Love the smell. There's just nothing wrong with Wolf Farms soap. And so I've ordered tons, and Mom is getting this gardenia along with her socks. So excited about that. So that is FO number 1. FO number 2 has a very special purpose that I'm not going to tell you about because it will spoil it for the person that is getting it. But it is the Lazy Day shawl. No, you have not seen this before because I completed it in a whole week and a half. Lazy Day shawl. It is completely unblocked, but as you can see as I stretch it, it is lace-ish, so it will stretch quite a bit when I block it. This is out of Cloud Lover fiber yarn in the Haunted Vineyard colorway. I've actually made socks out of this colorway before because I ordered 2 skeins of it for the Knit Girls Knit Along with Cloud Lover over a year ago now. And I love it. I love the color. I love how it did in this particular pattern. Again, check out my Ravelry page. Sorry that I'm not editing to show you this right now. I'll do that next week. So this is off to the blocking mats. Yay! Cloud Lover, knit on a size 4. So I use my signature needles. Cloud Lover fiber, Lazy Day shawl, all good stuff. And that's going to be going off with some more Wolf Farm soap in the vanilla cream. Yum! So, I'm just going to jump into acquisitions because this is the show of no order. And I have 2 awesome and amazing acquisitions. One of which, again, I've been so selfish this week. But that's okay. I'm picking cat hair off of my finished object. Scatterbrain. I just love y'all. I love that y'all stick with me through all the scatterness. Okay, so this is what I went. I went to my local yarn shop, Hank of Yarn, and spent way too much money. All very well worth it. This awesome little device is a stitch holder that actually has a needle on it so you can use it to thread through, and then you stick it back in that little green end, and it holds your stitches. And it's by Clover, and I love it. And so one of these is being shipped off again with that shawl, but I bought me one too. And then I also bought, because I've been wanting these for a very long time. I have been coveting several of you who have them, and Hanks had them, and I couldn't pass it up. Yes, it is what you think it is. Hiya interchangeable set. Oh yeah, buddy. So it opens up. I got these smaller size. And as you can see, I'm already knitting with some of them. I am in love. I am in love. Well worth the price. I can't say enough good things about them. So those were my acquisitions this week. So let me talk about some works in progress. Shall we? First of all, last year for my birthday, which is coming up in a month, I was given the Itty Bitty Toys by Susan B. Anderson. And I love Susan's stuff. It is just beautiful and awesome. And I am making the bunny rabbit. Is that not so cute? So as you know from last week, I talked about how my little neighbor kids, who are so freaking adorable, negotiated with me to get themselves a rabbit and a dog. And so the dog is being worked on as well, but I have not had much progress on the dog this week. And the dog looks like a cone. I mean, it doesn't look like anything right now. It's not even stuffed. But I have been working on the rabbit, and the rabbit is so cute. It's out of sock yarn, so it's not rabbit colored. And he's lopsided at the moment. Look how adorable. He's lopsided because his ear makes his head fall that way. But tonight, when I get his other ear put on and get him some little arms and legs, is he so cute? I've got to work on his face. You can see his little brown face that I put on him, but I got to work on his face. I'm not happy with the brown. So this is the beginning of my little adorable bunny rabbit. I am knitting it out of cheap sock yarn that I had at the house. I don't know even anything about it. It's going to be something I picked up at Joann's, and I have a bucket of a bunch of, anytime I see a sock yarn at Joann's that I think is pretty in a wool, I pick it up because usually it's fairly cheap. And so I pulled that tote out and let the girls go through that tote for their yarn, and that's the one she picked out. So much fun with that. Then I'm trying to see all my FOs. I think because most of I was spent finishing up those FOs. So I did start one more thing, and it's going to be sad. So if you were on Plurk, you heard a few weeks ago that my college roommate and best friend from college gave birth to a stillborn daughter, which is extremely sad. They had been trying for years to have another child. They have a son, but they've been trying for years to have another child, and it was a little girl, and they were very excited. There were problems. They knew what the problems were going to be, but they just had faith that, what was going to happen was going to happen. And anyway, she did pass away. The daughter did pass away. Well, I wanted to make something for my friend to kind of help her through the grief, to help myself through the grief, because I was looking forward to this new child of Emily's. So I found this sock yarn, which is just so pretty and screams spring. And it is Collinette Jitterbug in the Monet colorway. And so I picked it up while I was at Hanks. Like I told you, I spent all kind of crazy money at Hanks. Pulled out my Hiya, and cast on a very simple, very small blanket. Basically, it's going to be, once it is completely blocked, because it is lace, It'll be about 24 inches by about 30 inches, so it's very small. But it's mainly just for something for Emily to hold on to. And it was a beautiful spring baby girl, and so I wanted something spring and something that says happy and not sad and dreary. So I hope she will love it. It's the Baby Chalice Baby Blanket. It is a free Ravelry pattern. It is, again, on my Ravelry page. And so check that out. I'm sure you'll see that page next week when I actually am back to doing all the editing and all that kind of stuff. So that's something I have had a blast working on, but it has been very hard. Lots of crying and tears as I've been knitting on it, but that's good. It's very good for my healing process. I hope once I give it to my friend that it will be good for her healing process as well. Then I want to send out some thank yous and some shout outs. I got from Sock Bunny and Busy Nurse, who's Cassandra, Sock Bunny's, Kimberly's gorgeous new shawl. I cannot wait to knit this. It will be put on needles very, very soon, especially since I'm in a laced shawl kind of mood. Then Candyland, who's Candy, not my mama Candy, but another Candy, gifted me Peasy, and I cannot wait to cast that on. I have the right yarn. It's a gorgeous blue jean color Barocco vintage that I'm going to use. I am already planning on modifications. Only one is that I don't like 3/4 length sleeves, but I love this pattern. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to make them half sleeves because I don't mind something that stops halfway or short or very long, like hits my hand, not even my wrist. But that 3/4 length, I just feel like you ran out of yarn. That's not everybody's. Some people love 3/4 and that's their favorite length. Me personally, I just am like, it's too short. My arms are too long, or I just don't like it. So I'm going to make it half sleeve, which is a sleeve length I personally love. And it's going to be a blue jean color. It's going to be a perfect fall cardigan. Very excited. So thank you all for those fabulous patterns. Then let me tell you a little bit of what I'm up to. A friend of mine who I have recently taught to knit loaned me this. I have not had a chance to read it. I'm actually going to give it back to her and say I'm going to take a rain check for when I don't have 500 other things that I'm reading right now. But I want to share with y'all because I just think that the title is hilarious. Crazy Aunt Pearl's Drunk, Divorced, and Covered in Cat Hair. The True Life Misadventures of a 30-something who learned to knit after he split. Hilarious! I cannot wait to read this. So I'm bringing it back to her, but I'm going to borrow it again at some future point. Because right now, let me tell you about the craziness that's going on in my life. I'm blaming Ploverbird because I took her advice and watched Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead with Joe Cross. It's a documentary. You can watch it free on Hulu. I recommend you watch it. I do not think it's going to be for everybody. I do not think that many people will like it. Personally, I was totally inspired. And I have tried so many things. And right now, my motivation is so much less about losing weight and so much more about not having this red face, chronic allergy, sinus, don't feel like I can get up out of bed, no energy, illness. So I am going to try working on putting more fruits and vegetables. I am going to do some recording about exactly what I'm doing and things like that. But for the next month, I'm not going to talk much about fitness or eating or anything like that. Because I really think that what I'm choosing to do is not going to be for everybody. And there's a lot of controversy, too, about juicing. Some people think it is a miracle. Some people think it's unhealthy. So just to avoid that, because I just don't like controversy. Who does, right? I'm going to not talk about it a whole lot on the podcast. I'm going to leave the podcast just for knitting for the next month. Play around with some of these things that I've been learning about. And then kind of do a special edited of various video diary segments to let you see what's happened. And so I'll publish that sometime in mid-June to kind of tell you the journey. So then if you're interested in that, you can watch it then, and I will be sharing all of it with you. But if you're not interested, then it's the one episode that you just don't watch. And there you go. So that's what's going on with me and my crazy. I'm trying to look around to see what else I have, and that's all I have. There is a sale on my Etsy shop. I am trying to clear out a bunch of stuff so that I can put some more stuff. I've got a bunch of new stuff that I'm interested in putting up on the blog, up on the Etsy shop, including some things that are not stitch markers. May not even be knitting related. So anyway, I'm trying to clear out some stuff there. So go check out the sale. Some things are as much as 50% off. And short episode, no editing, terrible makeup. Actually, there's no makeup. This is what I look like, sans makeup. And I will see y'all next week. Bye.